We're gonna give you this for right now.
Really?
And then,
This is such a big, hello.
there you go, you're good.
I can't
You're
even
good.
do anything.
Huh? Well, we're doing Facebook Live. We're recording
Oh, this is
for-
recording?
Yeah, for later too. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And just assume that everything's recording at this
What
point.
is going on?
Right? So, first of all, congrats on you and me. Obviously, a big, huge hit for you. Yeah?
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah? Like, what is it on... Obviously, you've had success before.
No.
No, you have! You have! You have! You've had success before. This is not a peak point. Obviously, you're going to get bigger. But what does it feel like to be where you are right now?
I've been doing music and like devoting my life force to that since like the day I graduated high school.
So last week.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
So it feels particularly good and surreal that I'm having this little bump in my career. But I definitely look forward to putting out more music and expressing myself more completely to the masses.
There was a really good article in Respect magazine that just covered you recently. And I'm going to speak very bluntly if everybody doesn't mind in here or whatever. That you were on the cover, and the cover headline said, "Who the F is Marc E Bassy?" And I thought, okay, you know what? Let's answer that question. Who the F is Marc E Bassy? Before, did any of you know Marc E Bassy before you and me? You did too? Okay. So, obviously you're a big part of 2 a.m. Club, and can you tell everybody what 2 a.m. Club was and what brought you to where you are now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
2 a.m. Club was my first group that I was in. It was like a 6-piece group. We lived in one like 300 square foot studio apartment together. Caught on fire one time because there was so much grease on the stove. We ashed cigarettes on the floor. It was nasty in there. It was really nasty. But it was really real, and we loved each other a lot, and we traveled, as much. We had a van named Winona, and we.
Wait, you have a van as a drive?
That was our baby. And she took us everywhere. We played actually in Madison one time.
Yeah.
At the Brixham.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've been here 2 years. Brixham?
Brick something? Like brick?
Oh, the brakes.
The Brinks?
The brakes.
Brinks.
Oh, the brakes.
The Brinks.
High Noon Saloon.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, there you go,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was there.
That makes sense.
So we were really we were everywhere, but me in particular, I was very young and immature about a lot of stuff, and just over time it didn't work out.
If I went to your house right now, your current house, how much grease is on your stove now?
No.
Okay. I just think like all of a sudden ADT is gonna hit him up on his
No,
phone.
no.
Your house on fire! Your house on fire! Now you're all good?
I'm very clean, and I've learned a lot, honestly. Like the amount of household upkeep acumen that I've accrued since I was in 2 a.m. Club is like equal to the amount of maturity as a musician.
I read about you. You seem to be the kind of person like you found fame, you're making money and all this kind. But you don't.
I'm making money.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody. But you seem to be. You're not the guy that needs big flashy things and everything else. You still clean your own house then? No.
I'm kidding. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I
okay.
love cleaning my house.
There you go. You don't have to have a maid or anything like that, right?
No. Honestly, I have a very a beautiful house, but it's very small.
Yeah.
But it's in a beautiful place, and I was raised in a small house with a lot of people, so I'm not the type of person that needs to have a big ass house or anything like that. Like everyone gets a room, maybe.
Right.
If I expand in my family, but I have a nice 1-bedroom house, and
You got pets?
no, I got no pets.
No, man. You need a dog or something, man.
I'm never home. That's
That's true. You wrote songs for like Chris Brown and Sean Kingston, Wiz Khalifa, and probably a whole bunch of other artists and stuff. Have you gotten to the point to where you're like, man, I really like writing better because then I don't have to tour, or I really like touring better because then I don't have to deal with Chris Brown, or these other artists, or whatever? Like, is there one or the other, or are you just happy that you're versatile enough to be able to do both right now?
Chris Brown's pretty amazing.
Yes, he's pretty amazing. Yeah, he knows how to keep himself in the news. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's underrated, like how crazy you would be if you've been like a superstar your whole life. Like
Right.
It's weird. Like it's funny because I was just saying this earlier when I was writing songs. I had a song that I was trying to pitch to Chris Brown, and like when he's like listening to music, he's like dancing the whole time. Like that's not him. Like that's not like, okay, I'm about to start dancing. That's like he needs to do that. Like when he's listening to music, it's like a compulsion, you know.
Like
so,
that's how he feels it.
Yeah, like that's how he feels. So I was playing the music. I was like, this is crazy. Like I'm in here with Chris Brown, Sean Kingston, Soulja Boy, all these cats, and I was playing a song. And I started playing this one little like basic ass. I started playing this random ass song on guitar. And I was like, yo, would you do this? And he was like, man, he like sat down and stopped dancing and looked at me and he was like, man, this is you singing? I was like, yeah, it's me. He's like, you should do this. Like, this is really good. So it was like little moments like that that made me want to put my own music out again and not just be a songwriter for other people. So at this point in time, that's kind of what I'm into is, you know, singing my own words. But I always like writing for other people too. And I think, you know, a writer is a writer, so it's like where I live in LA, like being a writer, even if you're in like music, if you're in film, if you do screenwriting, like that's a real special task.
Sure.
So it's kind of like you can't just hold it. It's not all for yourself. Like sometimes you write a song that needs to be for somebody else, and you just have to know when that time is. It's not about being greedy. Like my homie used to always tell me that music and creativity is like water, you know, so it just flows. You don't really like control it. Like
Yeah, exactly.
it just kind of flows through you, and then at a certain point you just got to know where to direct it. And right now, you know, I'm directing it to myself.
No, right.
If I write something and Beyonce needs it, you know, for sure.
Right, you're down.
Yeah.
I would at this point you have super fans, right?
Sometimes.
You know, you got some super fans. It's not have you, because I know you have.
Only the smartest, most beautiful people.
See? What is the craziest or weirdest present that you've gotten from a super fan so far? Be honest. I mean, I'm not talking about like some chick throwing a bra up on stage and stuff like that. I'm talking about like in the mail, or you know, it's been, you know, sent to you or whatever. Just something that's just like super crazy, other than undergarments. Panties.
I mean, honestly, like the thing that I feel the most is like I get a lot of like direct messages or whatever, just from people that lay it thick on me about like what they're going through or like how my music affected them or something.
Sure.
Which is always really surreal, and I have a really rough time. Like sometimes musicians you think, or like writers, you think that we'd be like the most open people.
Yeah.
Because like we can like express ourselves, but in actuality that's like the release. And sometimes the fact that my music could like affect someone personally is like almost like too much.
It's a lot. It's a responsibility almost.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy when I hear that. And I've been to a few shows and people have given me letters and said like, you know, their folks passed away or something, or like something major happened in like this song or that song made them help them out. So that's always very touching. But you know, like if people want to start sending me like stuffed animals or something,
you're down, right?
628 North Spalding is my address.
Oh, there you go.
Can we get that again?
Yeah, you got it.
Is that San Francisco? Where are you living at now?
I live in LA.
You live in LA now.
I'm
Okay.
from San Francisco. I'm from the Bay.
I thought I read that. Yeah. Music is obviously your passion. Would you say that in order for people to be happy in life, they need to get into some sort of career that is somewhere close to their passion? Does that, I mean, you know, that's obviously makes your life much better, much easier, because you get to wake up every day and do what it is that you love to do. I get to do that. Would you say would you tell other people to do the same thing?
I mean, I think that everyone should cut out time in their lives to do something that they enjoy. But I don't necessarily think, like, you know, happiness is like fluid in your body running around. Like, sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm not happy. I can't necessarily control that just because I decided to do music.
Right.
You know? So I kind of feel more like, you know, if you have good people around, good family, you know, good, just like good times with people you care about, that makes you happy. So, I don't know. I think as long as you take pride in what you do and you do it well, like you could be a gas station attendant or a musician or whatever, it's really gonna be like the same. Like you have to take pride in it though. I think like if you don't give a shit about what you're doing, that sucks.
Yeah.
But no matter what you do, like there's, you know, if you like meditate on it and like think about it, you could probably like take pride in it.
I know.
That's easy for me to say.
Right.
But I mean, you know, like, I've seen people that done all types. I have friends that do all types of jobs and they like them. Like you could be a bus driver, or you could be I have friends that's like garbage man. They make like hella money still. Like,
Right.
You never know. You could join a union or something and get popping.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Can you stand up real quick? I'm gonna put you on the spot. It's okay. It's all right. He was looking at me like, I just wondered what it's like, because you're able to do something that most of us can't do, and that is actually be able to speak eye to eye to G-Eazy.
Oh no!
Most of you don't know G-Eazy is like 6'9" or something. All right. No, most people can't speak eye to eye. I know when I met him, I had to look up at him like this. Like, how you doing up there? I'm all good. Hold on, let me get up there. You know, whatever. I mean, it's true, right?
Yeah, he's very tough.
He's super tall. I'm certainly not taking away from you. G-Eazy and you. How did you guys? You know, I know that you were on tour with him for a little while.
Yeah.
How does the relationship with him, man? You guys, you know, was it just a tour thing? You guys friends? Is there a bromance there or what?
We've been bromancing for a while.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
We're both from the Bay. He's from Oakland and Berkeley, and like my tour manager went to middle school with Gerald.
Oh, okay.
We're all cool, hella cool, and you know, I started working with him maybe like 2 years ago when I was writing for other people, and I wrote a song for him called "Some Kind of Drug."
Okay. Yeah.
And I sent it to Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah.
And Ty was about to sing it. And then G was like, why don't you just stay on it? Like, didn't you put songs on SoundCloud? And I was like touched by that because I didn't have a record deal or anything like that. But he was like, you should just keep your voice on it. That'll be good for your career.
Yeah.
And he was right.
What's obviously the Groovy People EP is out now. What are you working on? What are you either working on now that you can hint toward us to us, collab wise or whatever, or what is already done that you know is coming? Obviously. You did You and Me with G-Eazy. What else you got coming? What are you thinking about doing? What do you want to do?
I have a lot of songs I've been working on. You know, I just did a joint with YG.
Yeah.
That's really dope. That'll be coming out soon. As far as features, like I got a new one with Kehlani that's coming out too.
Okay.
So I'll have like a full-length project out, probably like in the early part of like, they call it like quarter, so like the first few months of next year.
Okay.
Is that true? Maybe, you never know.
So maybe in time for Valentine's Day, maybe?
Ooh, perhaps.
Maybe? Okay, perhaps.
But really, like, I'm going on tour November 6th. We
Saw
start
that.
in Atlanta, so I'm doing my first headline tour of all time, ever.
And so everybody that's obviously super fans, closest to Madison we got is going to be Chicago, November 16th. I believe so. We're going to be able to check them out there. Everybody, Marc E Bassy here on 93.1 JAMZ. Yeah! Okay, so that's the recorded interview. You can stop that.